Hey guys, it's SereneVegan and welcome. In this video, I want to pretty much give a definition to explain what is veganism and why, what people do and don't do, and just, plant-based diet versus vegan, actual vegan. So let's get started. Alright, so pretty much, vegans pretty much don't eat animal products, don't use animal products, don't wear animal products. So let's go into diet first. Vegans don't eat any land meat, so pretty much chicken, beef, cow, whatever, pig, duck, whatever, no land animal. And then we also don't eat any sea animals, no fish, no crab, no shrimp, no lobster, nothing like that. No honey. Honey is not vegan. And why not? Because it's not ethical. You're still exploiting another species just for their food, for their product, when in fact bees don't make honey for people. They make honey for themselves, to keep themselves alive. So now you see why we shouldn't be taking someone else's food if you wouldn't want someone taking your food. So honey, no eggs whatsoever, no chickens periods, and no dairy. So no female breast milk. We're adults, we're past our baby stage. So no dairy or anything that has dairy in it. And then vegans also will not wear fur, leather, wool, and then we will not to use products that are tested on animals, or have that were tested on animals, or anything that's included maybe animal ingredients in the product too. So none of that. So then there's plant-based. Plant-based people are only vegan by diet. So they're usually mostly plant-based, but it's a vegan diet, but it's not a vegan lifestyle. So that's the difference. Oh, the sun. And so a plant-based diet would mean you eat vegan, but you don't really practice vegan outside of the diet. So you're still eating, you're still wearing wool and leather and stuff, or you're using, products that were tested on animals or have animal ingredients, but you're only vegan by diet, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with just choosing a vegan diet. I would totally support someone who still, chooses diet. It's a step towards the right direction. So that's pretty much what a plant-based vegan by diet person does. So if vegans don't eat no animal products, then what do they live on? How do they survive? What do they eat? Well, that's very simple. We pretty much eat in the most basic of ways. So we pretty much just eat everything that, anything that people eat, and anything that meat eaters, people eat. We pretty much just take off the animal ingredients, and we still end up with the same product, just without the animal product. So we pretty much can veganize anything. We can veganize hamburgers, we can veganize pizza, we can veganize ice cream, we can veganize cakes. We can pretty much veganize everything that's out there. So we don't really. So does that makes you question, do you really need animal ingredients in our food anymore? If we can we can veganize everything, and it tastes just as good or even better. So makes you wonder. So vegans also mostly eat very basic. So what I gave was processed foods. There's nothing wrong with eating processed foods once in a while too. But what vegans eat from day to day, daily, is fruits. So think of any of your favorite fruits, like oranges, bananas, apples, then vegetables, all the non-starchy vegetables like carrots, lettuce, all the leafy greens, bell peppers, eggplant, onion, all that stuff. Then we eat the starches, which is rice, potatoes, beans, cereals, pasta, bread, and then nuts and seeds on the side. So that's pretty much what vegans eat. Vegans are eating carbohydrates all the time. Pretty much the opposite of the standard American diet. So that's pretty much what vegans eat and don't eat, and why and why they eat the way we do. Oh, so let me just also explain why we eat the way we do. So of course, vegans by diet or plant-based people eat mostly for health. That's their pretty much number one reason. So they pretty much would still buy, wool, leather, and all that. But their number one reason for eating a plant-based vegan diet is it's for health reasons. Which when I became vegan, my health was the number one reason why I turned vegan in the first place. And then of course then there's like when you go more on the ethical side, or you also on the ethical side, you don't wear animal products, so you're a vegan that's very an ethical vegan will also try to avoid leather, wool, and fur. Always reading the ingredients, or not the ingredients, the product, the labels, always making sure it's non-animal derivative. And of course, always being knowledgeable of what products test on animals, and learning how to read ingredients on food products, or just regular like shampoos or soaps and stuff, knowing what the ingredients are, and always being knowledgeable of what ingredients are sometimes concealed, so they don't sound like animal ingredients, but they are. But you kind of have to become knowledgeable, stuff like that. So that would be more like, I guess, like an ethical vegan. An ethical vegan would be vegan by diet and by what they wear and what they use. And then there's just a plant-based vegan, of course, just a plant-based vegan diet. So I mean, it's all good. Of course, we vegans are vegan for our health, for the animals, and for the planet. You will always see those three reasons why people are vegan. So whatever reason that they have, that's pretty much why. So my foremost number one reason is for my health, and then of course, but I am strongly passionate about being vegan also for the animals and for the planet. So I started out as being only for my health, and then I started even gradually just trying to be like, I was just becoming more ethical, I guess, through just the the change in my diet. So that's pretty much what a vegan is, or a vegan definition. So I hope you guys found it helpful, and you can like and subscribe or comment. I will see you guys later. Have a nice day.